For me, the best roast potatoes are when they're light and fluffy on the inside and they've got this really kind of deep, golden, rich, glass-like crunch on the outside. So basically there's a few key steps that will make the difference between run-of-the-mill roast potatoes and possibly the best you've ever had. So first off, the potatoes themselves, choose a potato that's floury. The important thing here is to make sure that each piece of potato has good edge corners. You then need to leave them under running water because you need the starch to be washed off. Once the water runs clear, it means you've taken the excess starch off. And you've got to get rid of that because if you keep the starch in the potatoes, they'll kind of get chewy, they won't go crisp. So just popping them into a pan of cold water, whack the heat up. I'm going to bring these up to simmer and then just leave them cook until they're starting to break apart. Into the pan though, I'm going to add a generous bunch of lemon thyme. And then I'm going to add some lemon rind. What you're looking for in the potato is you want the potatoes to be at the stage where it looks like it could just about fall apart. You've got to keep an eye out quite regularly because if you get them just right, it's the bit before they fall apart. So you'll see here, now the potatoes have steamed cool, as all the steam's come off, it's started to form cracks on the outside of the potato. And these cracks are really important because it means that the oil is going to go into all the little gaps and give you that fantastic juicy golden crust. So I'm using half olive oil and half beef dripping. The beef dripping will give you a fantastic crust, but it's quite strong, the flavour is quite strong. So I've kind of watered it down by combining it with olive oil. Add the beef dripping and the olive oil to the pan and then get it nice and hot. So you'll notice in the pan, now the oil's melted, there's a lot of fat in there. But that's really important, that quantity, because those little cracks, they're going to soak up the oil and give you a really delicious crust. So you need to give them enough oil to soak up. Just make sure that you turn them regularly so the whole surface of each potato gets a good oil coating, because that's going to get them really nice and crisp. Often you ask, well, how long do I cook the potatoes for? It depends on the potato. What I would say is cook it until you think it's ready and then cook it some more. Everything else in your Christmas lunch can be done before. So the turkey can be roasted and then left to rest out of the oven. Any other vegetables can just be cooked and then reheated last minute. The roast potato's ready, it's ready. So about 15 minutes before the potatoes are ready, add some lemon, thyme and garlic. Just take some cloves, give them a good old whack, chuck them in, and then same thing with the thyme. Okay, so now, when the potatoes are ready, all you need to do is drain them. And then sprinkle some salt and some freshly picked lemon thyme leaves, because that will kind of reinforce that thyme flavour, but fresh as opposed to roasted. And that's it. That is my lemon thyme scented roast potatoes.